Lights, camera, dissect. Welcome back to Midnight Reel Reviews. Tom Cruise is widely recognized as the most daring movie star. His spectacular, high-risk scenes are ones that even stunt doubles hesitate to attempt. It's precisely this fearless approach that, upon the release of Mission Impossible, broke the dominance of the 007 franchise, propelling it to become the most successful spy movie series. As the first installment of the series, the most discussed element among fans isn't the intense action sequences or Tom Cruise's captivating, handsome looks. It's the mind-bending plot twists. With the iconic music playing, a thrilling team operation begins. On this day, they infiltrate a gathering as instructed. Team member Sarah covertly marks the traitor. Another member monitors every move using special glasses. The team leader oversees the entire operation from outside. Disguised as a senator, the doctor and Sarah enter the records room. However, the fingerprint scan fails to recognize them, prompting a security guard to investigate. Just as they're about to be exposed, the tech expert infiltrates the elevator shaft and hacks into the security system, uploading Sarah's credentials just in time. The two manage to access the records room, positioning glasses equipped with a camera. As soon as they're set up, the traitor heads toward the room. Time is running out, and they must leave immediately. But the elevator malfunctions. When the tech expert struggles to fix it, the leader remotely opens the elevator doors, allowing them to slip down to the lower level. The traitor enters the records room and starts downloading the list of agents. The entire scene is captured by the doctor. Up to this point, the mission goes smoothly. The doctor tears off his disguise and escapes with Sarah through the back door. They signal the team to wrap up, but an unexpected crisis unfolds. The elevator suddenly rockets upward uncontrollably. The tech expert is caught off guard, crushed by the ceiling trap. The traitor, sensing danger, swiftly escapes. The leader tells the doctor and Sarah to stay put while he moves to regroup. Just as he steps out, he realizes he's being tailed, prompting him to abort the mission. With the traitor about to flee, the doctor defies orders, instructing Sarah to keep watch as she rushes to help. Fearing surveillance, the leader orders all communication lines shut. Just then, the doctor sees on a monitor that the leader is ambushed, bloodied. Panic sets in, but when he arrives, there's no trace. Realizing the grave situation, the doctor tries to contact Sarah, but she can't hear him. He rushes to her location. Along the way, a rendezvous car explodes, killing 2 team members. A series of unexpected events leaves the doctor utterly shaken. But there's no time to dwell. Sarah is also in danger. Just as feared, when he finds her, she's already dead, along with the traitor, and the data she carried is gone. The police arrive on the scene, forcing the doctor to flee over a fence. He calls the director to report, arranging a meeting at a cafe. Little does the doctor know, he's walking into a trap. After only a brief exchange, he senses something is wrong. The cafe patrons are the same people from the party. The director stops hiding the truth. Over the past 2 years, several missions have been compromised. High Command suspects a mole. They recently learned that an arms dealer named Max is bidding for the agent list, codenamed Job 314. Tonight's operation was a trap. As the sole survivor, the doctor becomes the prime suspect. Hearing this, the doctor is in disbelief, but if he doesn't act, he'll be falsely accused. To uncover the truth, he must escape. Surrounded on all sides, he stays calm, discreetly taking out a piece of gum. It's not ordinary gum. When the red and green sides touch, it triggers an explosive reaction. Amid the chaos, he escapes and reaches the team's safe house. He covers a light bulb with his coat, smashes it, and scatters the shards in the hallway. This alerts him to any intruders. He bursts through the door, grabs his gun, readies his passport, and packs his essentials to be ready for a quick departure. He then opens his laptop. But how can he contact Max? He notices a Bible on the opposite side, recalling the director's mention of Job 3:14. Job refers to the book of Job, so 3:14 could mean chapter 3, verse 14. This clue leads him to Max. They agree to a meeting location. Just then, a female team member appears. Claire, the team leader's wife, but she was supposedly trapped in the car. Even though there was an explosion, how could she reappear here? This made Ethan stay on high alert. Claire quickly explained, saying she had fled the car out of fear. Seeing her pitiful look and finding no weapons or the disc on her, Ethan had to believe her for now. The next day, Ethan successfully met with Max. To his surprise, Max was a woman who instantly recognized he was a fake. But Ethan wasn't surprised either. He told Max, "The list you have is fake." But Ethan wasn't surprised either. He told Max, "The list you have is fake. It contains a tracking signal. Once opened, agents will come for you." But Max didn't believe him at all and ordered her men to open the disc. Sure enough, soon after, agents surrounded the hotel. Luckily, they had prepared in advance. This earned Ethan Max's trust. He then made a deal with her, the real list in exchange for $10 million in treasury bonds and safety. But stealing the list wouldn't be easy. It was stored in the CIA's Central Vault, a highly secure facility. Only specific operators could enter after passing a series of security checks. First, voice recognition and a 6-digit code just to enter the outer room. Then, a retina scan and a dual electronic key card. Inside the vault, 3 security systems were in place, activated when the operator left. Sound detection, temperature and humidity sensors, and a floor pressure detector. Any breach would trigger an alarm. It was essentially an impossible mission. To pull it off, Ethan recruited 2 experts. What follows requires you to hold your breath. The suspenseful heist was about to begin. Luther hacked the system to trigger a fire alarm, always a beep, allowing the team to pose as firefighters. Once inside, they split up. Claire transformed into a seductive office. Slipping a drug into the operator's coffee and placing a tracker on her, Luther monitored her movements from outside. Ethan and Krieger crawled through the ducts, stopping above the vault. They used a special device to block the laser grid, carefully unscrewing panels without dropping anything. Krieger held the rope while Ethan descended, hanging upside down into the vault. He constantly checked the decibel meter. Just as he approached the terminal, the operator suddenly returned early. With no time to retreat, Ethan had to hold his breath, suspended in midair. Luckily, the operator didn't look up. Moments later, the drug took effect and she started to vomit, rushing out with the trash can. Seizing the moment, Ethan moved quickly, descending to the terminal, executing a flawless 360-degree turn, steadying himself by placing his foot on the terminal, inserting the disc, and starting the download. Meanwhile, Krieger's hands trembled, barely holding on. Suddenly, a rat appeared, just as the download finished. As Ethan pulled out the disc, disaster struck, but Ethan, with incredible core strength, managed to hold his position on the grid. Just then, the operator returned to the usual time. Sweat dripped from Ethan's glasses, one drop after another. The pulley system failed, forcing Krieger to pull with all his might. The noise from the rope scraping metal tripping the sound sensors. The danger had close. Ethan reached the top, stashing the disc on the parking lot. Then, another mishap. Krieger's knife slipped, clattering just as the operator opened the door. Though no alarm sounded, and uncle have been arrested for drug trafficking. This is undoubtedly the work of the director, meant to force Ethan to surrender. Ethan calls the director, promising to find the traitor and clear the state. Just as the call ends, the mysterious man turns away. It's supposedly dead. Ethan is stunned. The leader then tells him that the director is the real traitor, but clever Ethan won't be swayed by mere words. Thinking back to that night, only someone with full control of the elevator, despite technical difficulties, could be relieved. On the bridge, where he was shot, it was all a setup. The knife used against the traitor was the same type of knife used. Reno was brought in by Claire. After the car explosion, Claire remotely triggered it from behind a tree, or perhaps it was the leader himself. Everything fell into place. The leader was the mole, with Claire and Reno as accomplices. But Ethan didn't expose them immediately, as he couldn't accept that Claire was involved too. Through their time together, he had grown fond of her. Later, Ethan shares the meeting location with Max and the director, also sending a visual watch. An intense confrontation is about to unfold on the train. One disc, 4 factions, each with their own agenda. Max follows Ethan's instructions, obtaining the disc and confirming the list's accuracy. She reveals the money's location to Ethan, saying he'll see the mole once he takes the money. But when Max tries to send the list, the transmission fails. She assumes it's poor train signal, but it's actually Luther nearby using a jamming device. Just then, the director's men arrive. Luther, afraid of being recognized, leaves the jammer behind and gets ready to exit. But the observant conductor hands the device back with a sarcastic, "Thank you to your family line." The transmission resumes. Cunning Max informs the mole of Ethan's location. Meanwhile, Claire sneaks away, finding the leader in a dimly lit carriage. She tries persuading him not to kill Ethan, suggesting they take the money and frame him instead. The leader then pulls off a mask, revealing Ethan's face. Though he's heartbroken, the truth is undeniable. Claire was part of the plot. Suddenly, the real leader appears. He's puzzled and asks when Ethan started suspecting him. Ethan brings up the Bible. Indeed, a slip-up caused by a simple Bible gave him away. Under pressure, Ethan hands over the $10 million in bonds, then takes out glasses with a hidden camera. On the other end is the director. Caught red-handed, Ethan's innocence is proven. But the leader panics, planning to kill everyone to cover it up. He accidentally shoots Claire instead. Ethan seizes the moment but is overpowered by the leader's experience. He's quickly defeated. However, the leader opts to leave instead of finishing him. When Ethan regains composure, Claire has already passed away. Without pausing, he chases after the leader. This marks the beginning of Ethan's daring pursuit. On a train speeding over 200 km/h without safety gear, Ethan clings to the roof. Reno arrives in a helicopter for extraction. The leader uses strong magnets to crawl to the back of the train, secures a latch, and Reno speeds up, allowing the leader to grab the rope. Just as he's about to escape, Ethan leaps, knocking the leader off and grabbing the rope. The train nears a tunnel. Reno can't free himself and enters the tunnel with the train. His flying skills are impressive, navigating such tight space, leaving the conductor awestruck, unsure of what's happening, prompting the driver to speed up. The leader struggles with the latch, attempting to jump to the helicopter. Ethan clings to the train's side, narrowly dodging an oncoming train. Grabs a magnet, flips to safety, then reaches the back where the leader climbs onto the helicopter. Reno, overconfident, tries to use the rotor against Ethan, but he tilts too much, nearly crashing. Ethan, sauté de l'autre. Your VIP seat awaits. Subscribe now, and let's relive every movie moment together.